Hello YouTube, welcome back. This is the Jumpstart series, and this section of the Jumpstart series is exercise. I would like for you to like, share, subscribe, and also comment. If you share your ideas or if you agree, disagree, we can discuss it in the comment section. I'm open to it. But these are things that I've done to help myself be successful in keeping over 100 pounds off and still transforming and losing weight as of today. And I also have that part of my transformation also on this channel, but on a different playlist. And this is about me and things that I do personally. And I share a video of some of the workouts, and I talk about the exact things that I do that help me with the things that I combat with my high blood pressure, and also with insulin resistance, as well as polycystic ovarian syndrome if you're not familiar, PCOS. So you can go check that playlist out as well and follow me as I transform and I give you my weight and whatever I'm experiencing and whatever limitations I have. Those are also on this channel. But this is the weight loss tips. And as I said, this section of it is exercise. For this week, I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail, not list specific things like I had been doing before. So with exercise, you always have to be creative. There's no specific way of doing one thing. Push-ups have a variety of ways you could do it. Sit-ups have a variety of ways you could do it. And it's all about the level that you're on. If you're just starting out, start small. You don't have to start doing push-ups on your feet. You could do them on your knees. You can do as many as you need to do once you get to your feet. It don't have to just be a basic push-up on your feet. You can lift up one leg. You can change your hand positions. And it's a variety of things that you could do. I suggest you do your research. If the exercise is not as hard, you can make those exercises harder. You can make it interesting by not just walking or bike riding. You can do roller skating. I like the stair stepper. That was something. But that was an effective workout. You didn't have to do it for very long. I did the stair stepper. When I went walking at the park, how I made it creative is by I found something on YouTube about how to use the steps for exercising. So I went up sideways, came back down side on the other way, went back up on the other way. I went up a different and variety of ways I use those steps, and I could have just walked along, the sidewalk and the trail that they had made for at that park. But I used every opportunity. Every time I came across the step, I run up real fast. I'll go up sideways. I'll come down. I'll go back up. A certain amount of times I would do an exercise every time I came to the steps to make my walking exercise a little bit more creative when I was walking outside. These are things that you could do to keep yourself engaged and also challenge yourself, and it keeps you motivated to go and do it. Be like, oh, I like that. Oh, I didn't like that. You can change it and alter it to you, not what someone just tells you to do. So be creative. When I didn't have a bench, I used the table. I put weights on top of it. I have a video of that when I had to put weights on top of it. So it's a variety of things that you could do to keep yourself going. If you don't have actual weights, you could use water bottles. You could use jugs. You could use canned goods for weights. You could get another person to hold your legs, or when you're doing the 6 inches and you lift your legs up, you can get them to push them down if you have a partner. You could do a variety of things. It doesn't have to be, oh, I gotta have weights, or you can use bands. You can use the bands in the same way that you use the weights. You can use You don't have to have a kettlebell. You can use the weight and hold the weight and swing it as if it's a kettlebell, but I suggest holding on to it tight. You don't have to do things. You don't have to stay in a box. Is what I'm saying. Think outside the box. If this is something that you really want, then make the exception. We make the exception for everything else. This is for your health, and this is for you, and this is for your weight loss journey. So be creative. Don't make excuses. Try to come up with solutions. Like when I was in the gym, it was hot. It was so hot in there. I didn't make an excuse of not walking on the treadmill, and I definitely didn't go out there and get a membership just to go to a gym when I paid for a gym in the at the apartment complex I stay at. The AC wasn't working. I took a fan. I propped the door open. I propped it up where when I started sweating, the air was blowing on me. I kept myself as cool as possible. I know to get electrolytes because when you sweat heavily, all that is depleted. Water is not enough. So I learned about that too. I learned how to hydrate yourself and take care of yourself to keep yourself going and not hurt yourself. You struggle with exercise, do it for 10 minutes. Walk for 10 minutes. You don't have to walk fast. You don't have to walk. You could take a stroll. And over time, you'll get used to taking that little stroll. And you'll want to speed up. You'll be more energized if you take your time. If you take the small steps, you can learn along the way. And this is your magic pill for keeping the weight off. You don't want to lose it and then gain it back because you didn't learn anything. Listen to your body's signals when it comes to exercise. Is your body cramping? Are you getting enough rest? Do you feel more tired than usual? Are you giving yourself the correct foods and enough food to make it through these workouts? This is where your nutrition and your exercise work hand in hand. If you're cramping up, try stretching. Did I have I had any Gatorade? Am I drinking too much water? You can look that up. Look up how much water you need for your weight and how much you sweat and exercise. Of course, it's just an estimate, but these are things that you need to know. And you need to learn how to listen to your body. So when you experience these things later on, you know exactly what to do. And this also goes in hand with taking your time. Exercise is a tool. Exercise is a tool to weight loss. But you have to learn how to perfect this tool. Lift heavier. If lifting these water bottles get to you, like I can say, I'm going to save some money to get me a 5-pound weight. Get those 5-pound weights and lift those 5-pound weights. Once those 5-pound weights get too light, move up to 10-pound weights. And when those 10-pound weights you pick them up and they feel too light, that's not going to be as effective as it was in the beginning. So gradually you will have to change, you will have to expand, and you will have to do different things. Even walking outside, you might be walking the same exact way all of the time. Pick a different way. Like I said, I used the stairs. It had a trail, it had hills. But I wanted to take advantage of the stairs that they had there at that park. So I took advantage of every stair, every set of stairs that I walked past. I ran up and I did that exercise that I looked up on YouTube. And also with exercising, I have found effective if weighing yourself is a problem for you. And I apologize. Do not watch this section. But weighing myself was a problem. I became obsessed with it. And I was like, I'm doing everything right. I'm not losing the weight. But what I had to understand is I had to understand everything I needed to understand about weight loss when it came to exercise and nutrition and changing the way I thought about food and exercise and my mood, my emotional. I had to learn all these things, but when it came to the scale, it was very discouraging. So what I had to do is I learned by listening and watching other people. You gain water weight. When your muscles repair themselves, they swell up. That you gain water weight. You might lose inches instead of actual weight. Like this week, I didn't lose any weight. I didn't gain any weight, and I didn't lose any weight. And that's not a problem for me because, for one, I gave myself extra food. For two, I felt that the weight was lighter and I had to lift heavier. And I also felt that the pull-ups were a little bit, easier. I assist my pull-ups. Now, I don't do a full pull-up. I assist my pull-ups with my stair stepper, but I did a lot more, or I made sure I was using more of my upper strength than the legs that my legs having a balance on the stair stepper. You have to pay attention to these things. But I could have gained more muscle, lost more fat, had more water weight, or bone density. These are the things that's on my scale, so it gives me a better gauge of what's going on with my body. So I'm not so frustrated if I don't lose weight, because it could be water weight. And as women, we have menstrual cycles, so we gain water weight. We're more bloated, or whatever you want to call it. But I was doing everything that I needed to do this week. But I know sometimes it doesn't come off in weight, it comes off in inches. Sometimes we gain water weight on a daily basis. It fluctuates. So we have to keep that in mind and not always focus on the food. Just be consistent. So that's all I have for exercise today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave them. Drop them in the comment section. Let me know what if you need me to answer a question, or if you have a comment about the video or something that you want me to talk about that may help my channel. I appreciate you supporting my channel, and thank you for watching.